Hi guys, our first book is a nonfiction book, so it's a true book, and it's called From Maple Trees to Maple Syrup, and it is by Kristen Thomas Keller. Doesn't that look delicious? Yum. All right, so this is going to have lots of facts in it about maple trees and maple syrup. All right, sweet maple syrup. Maple syrup is a sweet treat. Many people eat maple syrup on waffles or pancakes. Maple syrup is sometimes used to make cakes, cookies, and candy. Maple syrup has to be made before people can eat it. Making maple syrup takes many steps. This fun fact says maple syrup is made only in the United States and Canada. Syrup starts with sap. Maple syrup is made from the sap of sugar maple trees. Sap is a liquid inside trees. Sap moves a tree's food up and down the trunk. Healthy trees make a lot of sap. People can take some of the sap without hurting the trees. They can use it to make maple syrup. That's a very big maple tree. It's like it's in the fall because the leaves are changed a little bit. Maple orchards. A group of sugar maple trees is called a maple orchard or a sugar bush. The trees must grow for many years before a sugar maker can take the sap. The sap begins to move or run inside the trees in early spring. The sugar maker gathers the sap before the trees start to get leaves. It says, fun fact, a healthy sugar maple tree can live more than 200 years. That's amazing. Gathering sap. The sugar maker drills a hole into the tree. A tap is put into the hole. Sap drips from the tap into a bucket. Full buckets are emptied into tanks. Some sugar makers use hoses to gather sap. One end of the hose is attached to the tap. The sap flows through the hose from the tree to a tank. And this thing is called a spile. It goes into the tree. It's like a little spout, and then the sap drips out into the bucket. Boiling sap. Sap is moved from tanks to a nearby building. This building is called a sugar shack or a sugar house. Sap is put in a large pan over a fire. The sap is heated until it boils. Water in the sap turns to steam. See all the steam in that picture? It's a lot. The sap becomes thicker and sweeter as the water boils away. And this fun fact says about 40 gallons of sap are needed to make 1 gallon of syrup. Filtering syrup. The sap boils until it becomes syrup. The sugar maker tests the sap. Sap turns into syrup when it is at least 2/3 sugar. Next, the syrup goes through a filter. Filters are often made of paper or cloth. The filter makes the syrup clean and pure. To the store. After the syrup passes through the filter, it is ready to be sold. The syrup is poured into metal cans, plastic jugs, or glass bottles. Some sugar makers sell their syrup to stores. Trucks, trains, and airplanes take the syrup to the stores. Where to find maple syrup? Maple syrup can be found in many places. Grocery stores, restaurants, and bakeries sell maple syrup. Many sugar makers sell their maple syrup at their maple orchards. No matter where people buy it, maple syrup is one of nature's sweet treats. This fun fact says most pancake syrup has little or no maple syrup in it. Pancake syrup is mostly corn syrup. Amazing but true. Elmira, Ontario in Canada is the home of one of the largest maple syrup festivals in the world. The Elmira Maple Syrup Festival has been going on every year since 1965. In 2000, more than 80,000 people visited the festival. They ate 180 gallons of maple syrup on 15,000 servings of pancakes. Holy cow, that's a lot of syrup and pancakes. That sounds like a fun festival to go to. All right. That is the end of the nonfiction book. I will see you guys soon. Thanks.